9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you ready?
Let's go, let's go, let's go. We're back at it again with another training on the chart for your boy Juan, aka Tash, IG, Win with Juan. So, as you can see, today we're going over supply zone, which is super simple. Alright, this was from yesterday class, but let's see, where is it? Okay, give me a minute so I can find. Okay, so pretty much supply zone. I'm gonna take this out. All right, let's go to a daily time frame. All right, so we're gonna use this part right here. Right. So supply zone, also known as what you call it, a premium zone, right? It's pretty much priced to be considered a high a high move, right? It's usually 50% of a range, which I'm about to show you a range right now. Institutional are more likely to sell in these zones, right? So pretty much premium zones are areas where you're gonna have a high probability of sales, right? So what I mean by zone is this right here, right? So we're on the daily time frame. This is a swing high, right? We understand that this is swing high, right? Daily swing high, right? And then this is our swing low, right? Using this range right here, right? Because we could tell. Well, I'm gonna use this one right here because this low isn't it a true higher low until this low creates a break of structure here and create a new higher high, right? This is this is textbook a legit lower, I mean higher low, because this higher low move push this high to break the previous low, right? So technically speaking, this range is from, and it's perfect because it's gonna show us the 50% zone. But if we go by textbook definition, this is our true higher low and our true higher high. This is a temporarily a swing low, right? Because what we need it to happen to make that a legit higher low, we need price. Where is my? We need, no, that's not it. Right here. We need price to work its magic and close above, right? Creating a new higher high, breaking this previous high. Then this would be this low right here where my mouse is at. Let me just use the, so you can see it. When a new higher high creates, this will be a legit higher low, right? But right now that it didn't create a higher high, we're gonna use the previous one as our legit high, right? So telling speaking, this right now what's happening is catching internal liquidity. We learned that yesterday. Because this is our range. Boom, it's catching internal liquidity. But for our supply zone, right? We are gonna use this area right here, right? For the simple fact that If price could do two things, right? It could come up, right, and then drop, or it could work itself to go up, right? So if we expecting the first turnout, we're gonna use our fib from high to low, and then I have it setting supply and demand. Supply, I'm gonna switch it because supply is you're looking for sales, right? So supply zone is usually the 786 to 886 zone, right? So checking speaking, we will be waiting for a move somewhere here for our supply zone. This will be our supply zone, aka sell zone, right? And I like the zone for the fact that it's also lining up with an order block, which I'm gonna go over that another class. We got auto block right there. Right? And then we also have head and shoulder, all in the same location, which is high, low, high, high, change the direction, boom. Right? Let's take it back down. So we want our right shoulder to come somewhere around here so then it could drop. You see? So we have a few confirmations. We have a Fibonacci premium supply zone. We also got an auto block area. We have head and shoulder. And then we also have swing high liquidity. Remember, this is the range, right? So it took internal liquidity. So now it want to shoot for some liquidity up here, right? So if price go after this liquidity up here, right? Then we have multiple confirmation that price could come up here and then drop down, right? So this is a good zone for a drop, and this is using supply zone. It started with supply zone, but it's lined up perfectly for a sell with multiple confirmation of multiple classes that I already went over, right? So that's a good zone. But overall, we take our swing from swing high to swing low, and this is our supply zone. Where's my box? This will be our supply zone. So we could be expecting price to come up and do something like that. All right. And this is determining our supply zone right here. Beautiful. Beautiful. So another place could have been this right here. Right? This would have happened. We take our right here, and then our 50, anywhere around that zone. And did it come up? Yes, it did. It came right here. You can see it right there. It entered our supply zone and then it dropped. You see that? So we would use our swing above the high and then a 3, 2, 1. We could see that right here, boom, hit our target. And bam. And that's how the cookie crumbles now. So that's our supply and demand zone for today. I mean, yeah, our supply zone. Tomorrow, I'll be going over the demand zone, which is the opposite of supply. So supply zone, we're looking for sell. Another word for supply zone is premium zone. And that's, we're looking for sells. Tomorrow we're going over discount price, which is our buy zones. Demand zone, pretty much. So family, thank you for tuning in. And I see you tomorrow.